Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a quick and easy summer glam makeup that you can get using all clean beauty products. I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's hop right into it. Okay, for me, one of my favorite products during the summer to use to just give my skin just a bit of a glow and to even out the color between my face and my neck, because I use a lot of sunscreen, is the Drunk Elephant Bronzy Sunshine Drops. This is pretty much just like a bronzing serum, and so I like to mix that with a little bit of the Tula Illuminating Serum to create kind of a primer and just a really nice glowy base look. So I take about 2 pumps of the Sunshine Drops and I mix that with about 1 pump of the Illuminating Face Serum, and it just makes this sort of shiny bronzing serum. And then I just apply that to my face with my fingers. I've already washed and moisturized my skin for today, so this is just acting as more of my primer. Okay, so now that my face mostly matches my neck, we're ready to go in with my base product. For me, in the summertime, it's really important that I'm using really light layers, even if I'm doing a more glam look. So for me, one of my favorite products to use is the Glossy Skin Tint. Now, this isn't the most clean product, but it's super thin and watery, and it does the job really awesome. And Glossy is definitely on the right track to creating more clean ingredients. So with this product, it's really important that you shake it up because it's really watery and liquidy. So once you give it a good shake, I again like to just take this on my fingers because it's so sheer. I'll show you guys how runny it is. It will just run right down your hand. And again, I like to work just one section at a time and really work it in with my fingers. So that way I'm blending it out evenly. And this base product pretty much just cancels out a little bit of redness and just gives your skin a more even, dewy look to it. I think I'm going to throw my hair back in one of these slip scrunchies. I've been really loving these. They are really great at not damaging your hair, and I really like to sleep with one of these in my hair, so that way it just keeps it out of my face. And I'll also do it when I'm doing my makeup. So that is the primer and the base product on. Again, it just evens out your skin, and I'm just working in really light layers here to give me a more natural look, especially because when it's summertime you don't want to feel like you have a lot of a thick heavy foundation on, because it's just going to slip and slide all over your skin. So next I'm going to use the Glossy Stretch Concealer. This is their really dewy concealer. Again, I love this because it's really sheer and it gives me just enough coverage and just enough brightness to where I feel like I'm able to get a more natural look or a more glam look from it. So I'm just going to take this on my ring finger like this. And I'm just going to tap this under my eyes and on any little tiny spots that I want to conceal. And I'm just hitting around my nose too, because that's where I get a little bit of redness. Okay, so that's the base on. I think I'm going to go to the eyes next and then go to my blush and my bronzer, just because my eyes are going to be a little bit more heavy and a little bit more glam today, because that's what I want to focus on. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we're just going to keep going. Okay, so I have you guys zoomed in, so hopefully you can see a little bit what the base is looking like. Again, during the summer I really like to work in light sheer layers just so that my makeup stays looking natural all day. And if it's really hot outside and it starts to break down that makeup, it's not going to be that big of a deal because I've color corrected on my skin so that it matches. And yeah, so it's just going to stay looking more natural on your skin for longer. For me, when I like to do a little bit more of an intense look, I like to go in with a bit of a primer. Today I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. It is cruelty-free and vegan. And this is a primer that is pigmented, so it's not clear. It has a like white, let's see if that'll zoom. It has like a white color to it, almost like a really light skin tone color. So I'm just going to take this, and you need just the smallest amount, so I'm not even going to use all of this dot that's on my finger, and I'm just going to pat this across my lid. And as you can see, it really just works to cancel out the veins in my eyes so that I am working with a smooth blank canvas, and it's going to look really bright, but as we start to blend it and shear it out, it won't be that intense. So what I'm going to do now is just set my eyelids with a little bit of translucent powder. I love the Bare Minerals hydrating powder, and I like to do this because it just sets down that base product and allows powder shadows to lay really nicely on top of it rather than getting stuck to any bit of like tackiness that is left on the base. Okay, so now I'm back, and what I like to do just to really help my eyeshadows blend, and you don't need to do this, but this is a great step, is to take any powder bronzer that you have. The one I'm currently using right now is the Honest Beauty Desk Reflection powder. This one has a bit of a sheen, but something a little bit more matte, not too shimmery is fine. Even if it has a bit of a sheen, that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of that and use that as my transition shade in the crease. And I'm holding my brush towards the end of it to really just give me a soft application and a really diffused look. Okay, so now that I have that shadow blended in, I'm going to go in with a bit of a darker transition shade. I'm going to be using the shade Soft Bronze in the palette, which is this more mid-tone brown. And I'm just going to take that on the same brush and just tapping the very tip of the brush in. And again, tapping off the excess. I'm going to start working a little bit lower in the crease and a little bit more on the outer edges. And just in circular motions and windshield wiper motions, just blend that into the crease. Okay, so now that that is blended out, I'm going to go in with my lid shade, and today I'm going to be using the one in Iced Cotton as my base, and then I'm going to go in with a cool cream shadow. I'm just going to tap this across my lid. And I think I want to make my crease a little bit darker before I go in with my lid topper. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take my old MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to dip it into this slightly darker brown right here called Gilded Mauve, and it's a little bit more of a cooler tone brown with a little bit of purple in it. So I'm just going to, again, just take the very tip of my brush and just tap that in and top off the excess and really work on the outer edge of my eye. And really just keep blending until you feel like it's a really soft, diffused look. Okay, so now that we've really blended that out, what I'm going to go in with is a really cool, it's a cream shadow, but I really like to use it as more of a lid topper. This is the Pixie what is it called? I think it's called their Fairy Light. It's like their liquid cream eyeshadow, but it's really more of like a lid topper because it has a lot of sparkle in it. It kind of goes on when you first put it on really opaque, but as you start to blend it out, it's really more of just a sheen and just a little bit of glitter to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and using my finger, I'm just going to tap this right on the center of the lid and then just use my finger to tap it out. I'm just going to use a little bit of it to add a little bit of shine and sparkle to the look. And I'm focusing that more on the middle and towards the inner part of my eye. And again, just getting a little bit of that sparkle to lay on top to just be more of a topper type look. And it's more of a mauve-y pinky shade, so it really blends nicely with the shadows that I have on right now. And just adds a bit more fun to the look. So I'm going to do my brows and my mascara next, and then I'm going to hit the lower lash line. So I'm just going to use my usual brow product, the Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. Okay, so brows are on. I am going to go in with my Honest Beauty mascara and just really pump up those lashes and make them look really dramatic. Okay, so brows and lashes are on. I ended up taking a little bit of that soft bronze color right here on the other end of my Eco Tools brush, this little smudger side, and just running that along my lower lash line to kind of amp up the smokiness of the look. So we're going to move back to face, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of this Tower 28 Shimmery Cream Bronzer, and I'm going to use this to kind of warm up the edges of my face and to just give me a bit of dimension while still really keeping that glowy summertime makeup look going. So I'm going to take a stippling brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to hit the outside of my face. Okay, so that is the bronzer on. It really just gave me a bit of warmth and a bit of shine to my skin and really just helped to kind of give me a bit of definition. Okay, since the main focus of this look was really the eyes, I want to keep the face really kind of neutral and light. So I'm going to take my Juice Beauty more mauve cream blush. It's in the shade 04 Flush, and I'm just going to take this on the same stipple brush, and I'm just going to dip this in and hit this right on the apples of my cheeks, not really taking it too far back because I put on a good bit of bronzer today. So yeah, that's what I'm just going to do. So that is blush on, and the final thing I'm going to do to kind of complete the face look is to take a little bit of a cream highlighter. This is the one from Cocoa Kind in their shade My Light, M-A-I Light. It's more of a pinky toned blush to kind of go with the more pinky mauve tones that I have on my eye. So the best way I like to apply this is just taking my finger in it and really just hitting it right on the tops of my cheekbones because my bronzer was so glowy today. So I'm really just going to focus that right on the very top of my cheekbones. So that is the face and the eyes done. The very last thing I'm going to do is just add a bit of a lip product and keep it more neutral, but it's definitely something that will stand out. So I really have been loving this Bare Minerals lipstick in the shade Honey Bun. It's a really nice browny nude color that I find goes with everything and really works for summertime looks. So I am just going to throw this on without using a lip liner to keep it looking a little bit more natural, but definitely you can tell that I'm wearing a lip color. Okay, so that is the face complete. I hope you guys really enjoyed seeing this more dewy, glam, summertime look. This is something that I really like to do when we used to be able to go out to eat, or just something that will last a really long time and still look pretty natural on the skin, but give me a little bit more of a more glammed up, a little bit more done type of look. I hope you all are having an amazing day, and I'll see you guys soon.